Morning, guys. Happy Monday. What's happening? We're recording live, so we're recording live here. Where are we?
Lexus Springwood.
We're at Lexus Springwood. It's a bit fancy.
Yeah.
A bit fancy. Paul, this is Hector. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Paul from Software House, Chief Operations Officer. This is Hector.
I'm the guy that looks after the back end of everything, but they don't keep me in the dark, not like Dan.
Daniel would be here, but he's busy looking after people's websites and systems and all sorts of fun stuff like that. So.
Oh, sorry. We've got Inception happening because this live is playing on my phone right now. 1 second. So what are we doing here? So what we're actually doing, so Storm and I, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Storm.
Storm.
We are from Case Media. We've just merged recently so that we can have be able to do bigger projects like this. Yeah. So I'll let Christine
I'll come
explain
closer.
what we're doing.
So basically, do you guys want to share out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go. So basically why we're here is because Storm and I have merged. Storm owns Storm Sanctuary. She's originally originally a copywriter and a marketing genius, and I'm all content and strategic. And we realised over time that the more we got to know each other, the more that we shared projects with each other, that it was only natural that we merged. So now we're merging, which is the perfect time for us to get our systems down packed. I never actually understood what systems were. As a small business owner, I just thought that there were things that I could do myself and then things that I could delegate to my virtual assistant. And even then, I didn't know how to delegate it in a structure. So back then, when I realised this, I'd get tips and sort of consultation from Paul and Hector. And then as I realised over time, consultation wasn't enough. So it's very timely, Storm's visiting from Cairns. So now we're going to create our systems, and you guys are going to be able to see what that actually means and why it's necessary for a business. For me, I just found out it's 100% necessary because I've clued on to the fact that there's going to be no growth if we try to do everything manually. So just watch. I hope you find value in this. I know you will. So that's why they've given us permission to record and share out. So
do you want to also just tell them a bit about the pain points that we're experiencing in growth and why we need to look at something like this now?
Yeah.
So just to frame this up, the kind of things that's happening is that we've been operating as sole traders individually, but now that we want to grow, we need to find out, what are we doing, what's the productivity, what areas can we set up tasks, what areas do we need to outsource, and that's something really new to us.
Yeah.
Being able to track how our business is running in real time is something that we've never done. We've used different project management tools or communication tools in the past, but what we're looking at today is a software that's been created by Software House, and particularly RTMS, which we'll be reviewing as we go on today. So watch on, but basically we want to use something that is productively showing us how we work in our business as we go along. So it's a live feature, which is very different to just task managing, but that's really new. So you're going to learn as we learn, and Paul's actually going to run us through the whole system so we can find out exactly what it does, where the benefits for us are, where the gaps are, what we don't understand, because we know we need it, but we're not geniuses in systems. So we want to share this experience with you guys, and if you have any questions, just leave your comments as we go. The camera's a little bit far away, so we'll probably have to get back to it at the replay. But make sure you listen in, and if there's anything in there that you want to question, pop that through, and then Paul and Hector will get back to you afterwards.
Cool. All right, so what are we doing? We're setting up a system called RTMS. RTMS.
RTMS, yep.
Which stands for?
Real-time.
You guys make an agreement yet?
Real-time management system. I went, yes. Only because you guys said it made more sense.
And can you just explain what the objective with RTMS is? I've said what I think it is, but why you made it, why you set it up, those kind of things?
The problem with small businesses is as they go to grow, getting their systems set up and in place is always a very difficult process. Also, getting them documented is the biggest problem that they have. And the way RTMS works.
Sorry, do you mean documenting processes?
Yeah, I was just going to say documentation of process, because if you can document process, then you can pass that process on to someone else, and
else.
they can understand it. But if it's stuck in your head, it's really hard to get a wire into your head and get it out to someone else. It just doesn't work just yet.
I mean, it's hard enough for us to do just now hiring assistants.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's...
Yeah.
Well, the first success that you two are going to see now that you've merged is that all of the admin processes, all the logistical processes that you were doing separately can now be done in one place.
Yeah.
So you've halved your admin and logistical time to start with. That's systemisation.
Yeah.
But gee, it's crazy because as a new business owner, when I was like new, literally my system was a to-do list. It was like literally a piece of paper where I would draw tick boxes and I would tick them off as I go. And then when I got an assistant, I was like...
That puts you in the top 40% of businesses.
Oh my
right
God. Yeah, right. But then when I hired the assistant, my natural instinct was like, now she needs one of these. And then I started using things like Asana and Google Docs and Google Dropbox. And then I'm like, oh, now I need to make extra time to manage 3 platforms. So I'm interested in learning why this is different and how it's going to sort of, I don't know, it might integrate all of the other stuff, it might flesh out the other stuff, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because we've just looked at trying to do like SOPs and stuff now.
Standard operating procedures.
Yes, sorry.
Don't you love jargon?
Oh, that's how fancy.
We've just started doing that now, but like literally that's like one will speak, one will document in Word. We haven't really put that in a framework yet,
Yeah.
so...
Actually, I'm going to open this because we're going to take notes.
Cool.
All right, so do I need my laptop open while you set up Artemis?
No, you shouldn't do. We'll just walk you through on this laptop.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea
Alright.
because they would have had it set up so then they can show us what it does.
Okay, first thing I'll do is create an account.
Okay, so just to let you guys know, like Artemis is like, it is a real-time management system. What is it, like a software? Is it an app?
web
Is
app
it, like how are people going to access this?
It's a cloud-based web app.
Okay, so you can. That means you can log on to it anywhere from any computer, anywhere
As
with
long as you've got
internet.
an internet connection, you
Yeah.
can get on there.
And can you, sorry, we'll probably ask you questions all the time
As
just
we
to
go.
clarify this.
Yeah.
But it's cloud-based. That means there's no, like, doesn't take up your memory. There's, you know, it's backed up pretty much everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
We actually had a discussion about the naming of Artemis. When Paul first started this, he called it Relational Task Management System, and it really is. It ties tasks together into a database environment, but it sounds very geeky, very engineering. So I suggested we call it Real-Time Management System because it allows you to manage your business in real time. And if you've got the capability to look at your business on a daily basis or on an hourly basis and work out what's happening with task management, and work out what's happening with the people in your business, regardless of where they are. You can have people working in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, New York and Manila simultaneously, and you can keep track of them as a business owner based on what tasks they're checking off as having done that day or that hour.
Yep.
That's why it's a real-time management system.
And have you found that, like, there's no limit to how many people can be logged in together working at the same time, or is the account set up so you have, like,
We probably
5
haven't
users?
scaled it for organisations that are really large at this stage.
Yeah, so it really is targeted to small business.
It's targeted at small to medium.
Medium
So
business.
small to medium is sort of in that, depending on your definition, up to 50 or up to 200 people.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, it's definitely us. We got, like, 3.
Yeah, that's us. There's 3 of us. So right now I'm just setting up the account, so I'm including like our business name. It's similar to just like setting up an email.
Yep.
Similar. Address. Do I have to put my full address or just like, can I put Brisbane?
You can put
And if you have different users and different time zones and stuff like that, does it kind of sync to where you are when
Yes.
you're putting your locations?
It does.
Okay.
Okay.
So click next.
Next.
Okay, you can leave that as is. You don't change that. You can leave that. Finish.
Okay.
So it's 30 days free.
Oh, cool.
So everyone would get a 30-day free trial. Okay, wow.
Because it's cloud based, so it's like a monthly ongoing fee.
Yep.
Yeah, software as a service, yeah.
Got it.
So you rent it.
Okay, now you should be able to log in.
Okay.
The upfront cost of this would be how much if you bought it if you owned all of Artemis as one go, Paul? You don't want to answer that question, do you? Because it's taken up years of your life.
Oh goodness me, 5 years in planning, 2 years in writing the code and building it, and that's for 2 of us.
Damn. Okay.
So
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's like one of those overnight success stories. You know, the last 7 years was the longest night of your life.
Yeah, right. Hey, I have a question. You know how, like, when people hop onto this and they either set it up themselves or they can pay a fee for you guys to set it up?
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? Like, if you guys are setting it up for them, what are they actually paying that money for if they can do it themselves?
Okay, the way I was working it is we do normally a 4-hour discovery. This is where if we're helping them set it up.
Wow. Yep.
4 hours?
4-hour discovery where we go through and break it down. It's done in a group, actually as a workshop.
Yeah.
So we bring in multiple people at a time. And we work them through a worksheet. You would have seen those worksheets we sent through.
From the workshop.
No.
Worksheet.
On Friday, Robbie would have sent you through a worksheet.
Mm.
Okay. Well, there's a worksheet that we sent through.
Yep.
Sorry, I was in
No,
a
you're
thing all
right.
day on Friday and Sunday. There's a worksheet that you work through, and you basically put down the different areas that you have in your business and the basic tasks that you're running in each of those
Oh,
areas.
okay, yep, yep.
So the 4-hour workshop is basically working through that worksheet to get a basic breakdown of how you've structured your business and how you do your internals and things like that.
So who does what tasks?
Yeah.
Who
Right.
does what?
Who does what?
And does that, because what happens when a business actually hasn't thought about that? Like, do you find if people are getting you to set up, they actually haven't
They
even
become a
thought?
statistic.
Okay.
And like, no, but
Nice.
what about people who sign up to you guys who they're signing up because they're about to build their business, so they've not got any framework to be like, oh, this is how it has
That would
been
be a
in the
perfect time so that they haven't learned bad habits before
That's,
they start.
I guess
Right.
that's true with Case, right?
Yeah, this is perfect
Yeah.
for us because, well, we've
You're in a position to unlearn all your bad habits
Yeah,
and
and
create
start.
good ones from
And the
from
workshop's a
start.
perfect place for it because obviously you can think tank a little bit with other business owners,
Yeah.
so they can find someone who's business
That's
model
actually
they sort of
really cool.
manage.
So when you say you workshop this is you workshop it with the actual business
Yes.
themselves.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
We can do this one-on-one, or you can come along to a workshop
Yeah.
Oh,
and we'll
group
work you
workshop.
through it, a group workshop.
one-on-one,
Got it.
obviously you're going to pay an hourly rate for a consultant to sit there and
Yeah.
work through it with
Yeah.
you.
All right.
workshop-
And that's an option for some businesses, particularly if there's more than one of you.
Mm.
If you've got 10 people, then paying an hourly rate will probably be as cheap or cheaper than going to a workshop.
Yeah.
But
Right.
you've got everyone there putting their input of what their tasks are, what they're doing, how they're doing them, and you can work out whether there's inefficiencies in what they're doing
Yeah.
along the way.
Okay.
So it's narrowing the task down to the minimum number of steps that they
Quite a
need to
good
perform.
activity to just do in general.
It
Yeah,
is,
so
it is.
we're
Yeah.
doing this right now. How long do you think it will take us?
We're not going to get through all your systems.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
So
probably
we're going
more
to go through the
do
core ones.
an overview today
Yeah.
because
Okay.
we're going to have to set it up once we actually
Yeah.
do that offline. But you guys will be able to see the kinds of questions that would be asked
Yeah.
and the kinds of things that Artemis can do and track in real time, so we don't take up the whole day.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
So we're setting up. We've done I did my personal detail, my business details,
Yep.
my personal details.
Your business details, your email address.
Yep, yep,
Obviously, that first account you create, that's your administrator's account.
Yep.
Now, we're going to take you in for a quick little look-see in the back here.
And just to tell you guys, I'm going to take a photo of it as well, but it actually is set up like a dashboard.
Do you want me to show? I'll take it
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Come behind the scenes of the setup of our own business. Oh my God. Is there anything private going to show?
No,
Okay.
it's all good.
So let me see. I'm just going to take you guys out of the cradle. If you want to look at Hector. Here we go. So it looks like a dashboard. Okay. So what do we do now?
Okay, we're going to go in and set up the other account. So here's your account here.
Oh, so that's me.
That's your account, your business title. You don't have a business title because we haven't set a business title up.
Okay.
But we're going to add in Storm.
Is that like that's not a master?
Yeah, yours is the master login.
Oh, so if Storm logs in, does she use that or not?
You'll just assign me a role, right?
Yeah, you'll get
Admin
assigned
or
a role,
something,
yeah.
so I'll still be able to.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now, what's your last name, Storm?
Elliot, ELLYAAT.
Put a capital in there. Email address?
I wrote it down here. Inquiries with an E. ENQUIRIES at Storms with an S on the end. Sanctuary. SANCTUARY.com.
No AU?
No.
Okay. So you're active. Add. Okay, so you're in there now. It's yellow because you haven't clicked the little email that's been sent out.
Okay.
confirmation email.
Oh, how come I didn't get one?
Because when you sign up,
Yep.
you're basically creating the account, so...
Oh, so I don't need a
It's already on.
confirmation
No,
email.
not at the moment. We did have it on there originally, but now we're getting a lot of activity. It's just quicker when we're doing these demonstrations and setups to have it go straight through.
Yeah.
And we
So-
check it through anyway. So.
Awesome. This is beta version?
It's almost out of beta,
Okay.
so we've been using this for now a good year actually.
All right,
So
cool.
we're very confident with the way it works.
All right, so shall I put this back on here? Or
Yep.
Yeah.
do you want to show us more screen stuff?
Okay, we'll do a quick one.
Okay.
We're going to set up your basic business units.
Okay.
So in your business, you're going to break it up into different sections. Obviously, you've got your own personal marketing.
Oh, so these are like our folders.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my
This is-
gosh. Okay, I'm excited now.
Okay, so
now
your
I get it.
marketing, whatever description you want to put in there, that's fine. That's just for
Is this like the departments of our business?
Yep. These are your
Oh my
departments.
gosh.
Because we've set this up like marketing, sales, accounts,
Do you have colours?
admin.
Yeah. I put colours.
She did, yeah.
Okay, what colour do you have for marketing?
Purple.
Do you have it here?
Oh my gosh.
Do you want me to hold it and you
yeah.
get them up?
Yep.
Okay, so we've got
Maybe
purple.
don't show this one.
No, I won't. I won't.
Okay, so we've got your marketing's purple. That's been added in. What's another one?
This is our folder setup. So we've got marketing, sales is blue, human resources is orange.
Sales is always blue.
What for?
I don't know, just a
I don't
picks blue for
know.
sales.
I was going to make it green because like money.
Yeah.
You do that.
Except that money's not green in Australia.
Okay.
Oh,
$100
except
notes are.
Yeah, but who sees
I'd like
them?
heaps of
They're all
those.
hidden in wardrobes, apparently.
Okay.
This isn't part of
I'd
it.
like them to
we'll
sit
do
in my
admin
wallet.
because admin's going to have probably the easiest things to set up.
Yep. So admin is yellow.
Yellow, and then accounts.
Okay, so I'll add.
We just want to
Oh, I
give.
love this.
I was going to say, give Lisa a little shout out for making you do
I know.
this because this makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, I know. I know.
It's yellow. Oh, look, the processes have been around for a while. It's not like it's rocket science.
Yeah.
But I guess we've been doing everything in kind of docs version
Yeah.
of it, but
Yeah.
to see it in a system
Yeah.
or a systemized way.
Yeah, 100%.
Chucking
Well, it's the same
accounts.
thing because, like, the first time when I started putting it, you guys are going to hate me for dropping Asana in here regularly, but I will say it because I know you guys will be able to clarify the
We
difference
use
later on.
Asana quite regularly.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
for project management, it's great.
Yeah.
Right,
Ah,
okay. See,
okay.
because
Yeah.
once I put the lists into Asana, it made it different for me. I was just like, oh, I enjoy this now. Because at the beginning, I was like,
So you,
oh,
you use
okay.
this to link your activity in Asana with your activity in Xero, with your activity in whatever your
Wow.
whatever
So
your
this
sales
integrates.
packaging is, whatever your CRM package is.
Ah,
So
that's
it becomes an
cool.
integrated dashboard for all of your software apps that you're using on
Yeah.
a regular basis. It doesn't do your accounting. Xero
Oh.
does that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It doesn't do your project
This
management.
keeps you
That's Asana.
accountable.
Yes.
Well, I have a question. If my systems on the other systems are not like 100%, what's going to happen? Like if my zero's not up to scratch, like I just use it.
I
for
think they're just
invoicing,
saying
but-
this is more to like track the tasks.
Got it.
So it's not going to do the accounting for you,
Yeah.
but you integrate your Xero so that they can see like how much time you're spending on Xero, whether you're
Okay,
doing all the
cool.
tasks in Xero.
Got it.
'Cause here's the
Oh,
problem.
that's cool.
Here's
oh
the
my
problem
gosh.
that happens. You'll set up a heap of tasks.
Yep.
You know, you'll get people to start do them.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to check that they've done them?
Yep.
How do you hold the people,
Someone accountable.
the subcontractors and the downstream staff? How do you
Yeah.
hold them accountable?
That's
Yeah.
fine when you've got one or two people and you're not super busy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get crazy busy,
Yeah.
guess what happens then? You drop the ball. Then who drops the ball after you drop it?
Right.
Everybody that you're watching.
Because
keeping
the
track.
only way that I track at the moment in Asana, there's like Harvest, which is time tracker,
Yep.
and literally it's just you can either track if they've ticked the box or how long it's taken to do the task, but it really doesn't capture that information in the long term to be like,
There are
well,
other
you've
packages
missed.
that do that better.
Yeah.
That integrate better with Xero as well.
Yeah, but you don't really think about it like, okay, well, this is the 5th time that you haven't done the emails this week or something like that, or that it's taken
Yep.
you an hour when it should be 15 minutes.
We'll get to that. Key performance indicators and
Yeah.
tracking.
Oh,
Performance
okay.
tracking.
How exciting is this?
I've never thought I'd be excited with systems, but
Particularly
it's
about
actually.
accounting systems.
Oh man, but it's just necessary. Like, if you want your business to grow, then you need to sort of, you need to get it. So, guys, I'm going to plug you back into the, I'm going to put you back into the caddy. But just FYI, Paul's phone is about to die. FYI, your phone is about to die.
Oh, serious.
Yeah, that's
No,
okay.
that didn't last long.
That's all right.
Okay, we're
We'll
gonna have
sort
to
it
tell
out.
someone else, actually. Do you have a lightning cable? You don't. Does anybody have a lightning
Do you know
cable?
what? I do. Do you have somewhere we can charge it over there?
Off the laptop?
Yeah, I don't need this, do I?
No.
Not anymore.
Here. I literally have my whole life in here.
Oh,
Like
I
that's charging.
need one more lightning cable. I've been buying lightning cables.
No, that's USB.
all right. It's happening.
That power's combined.
Like literally. All right,
Nope, one of my teenagers has stolen it.
we're good.
That's what happened with mine. Okay,
All right,
we're back
so
on
where
track.
are we?
So at the Una Memento. So we've just gone through and had a look at our pretty much different departments, and we've set up, say, marketing, sales, admin accounts. So they're called business units in this.
Yes.
And then we're going to have a look at the admin.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Now, do you have an admin task that you currently look after each week?
Yes,
Okay. What is it called?
an admin task.
What is the admin task you do each week? That's something you do every week.
What about your reporting?
Yeah, reporting.
Okay.
Yeah,
Client reports?
yeah, client reports. So I actually do them on Thursdays for submission on Mondays,
Okay, so client reports.
like a draft. Can I call that client report draft?
Yep.
Okay,
Okay, call it draft.
because it's one of the stages.
Okay, so what are the step-by-step processes you do? Do you want to type them in?
Yeah, okay.
Because you don't give away trade secrets here.
Oh man.
I was going to say this is so cool because we'll have this.
happening right now. So for my client reports draft, do you want like the actual step by step,
Yeah,
like they need to
this
pull
is-
out the template?
Yeah.
Do
Okay,
you have it?
I do.
You don't have to do
It's
that
in my
yet.
Dropbox,
Go back
okay.
and change it.
Okay, retrieve template from Dropbox, and then I can flesh out which folder it is.
Yep.
Okay, retrieve template from Dropbox. Replace.
Yeah, if you want to
Oh,
use the
good. Okay.
bullets.
Oh, you've got bullets.
So the way that it's set out, just to give you guys a little narration, is it's just set out like a normal text box. So it's got like you can bold it, underline, but then it's got bullet points and things like that. And you can also
Hyperlinks
add
as
a
well.
link,
Yeah,
a hyperlink. So we could hyperlink in our Dropbox, which
Yeah.
is where the template is,
Yeah.
so that they could go find it. Just through this process in one place.
Take it's from assigner, copy into document.
So here's your SOPs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's crazy because I've actually got a document with SOPs in it.
You just copy and paste them in here.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Okay. I almost want to show them what this looks like.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Okay. Anyway, the phone's not dead, so
Yeah.
copy into document.
Hi guys, I'm going to show you, and I'll unplug you for 1 sec and flip you around so that you can see Christine writing her instructions now. And the cool thing about this is that these are actually going to be the standard operating procedures for our business. So she's got these in another area because we've got we currently use Dropbox and Asana for most of our stuff, and I use Google Drive, but probably won't be. But the cool thing about this is she's already got these written out, so we could just go back and copy and paste into this. You can see there's a little link there on the right hand side for your templates.
What else? And that's it.
Okay, click tick box.
Tick.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, now when do you do it?
When?
Yep.
Oh,
Thursday.
cool.
Click on
And
there.
now there's a
Just
drill
click on
down
frequency.
for
Yep.
frequency.
Click this.
Nope, empty.
Empty. Okay. Do I type that in?
Oh, wait a minute. Add that task.
So, just to repeat,
I'll just
given
check
that I've
that's
already got
used.
a standard operating procedure file, I can literally take that and then copy paste that into here.
Yep. yep.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
So you
And
do
you
that
can
weekly?
see that
Yeah.
frequency. So she's setting the frequency that this has to be done, and you can
Thursday.
actually put a time that it's got to be done by.
Okay, now, do you record any little notes after you do that, or you just say yes or no?
Like notes, like what?
Like how many reports, draft reports you would have done, or any notes on the draft reports you
Like
created?
What sort of notes?
So if you were to do the draft, would you then say yes or no to who's done it, or would you make a note to say this is a draft? Like,
So
To
this
them
is-
or to me?
This is, if you allocate this to your VA,
Okay.
and your VA does it,
Would there be
what,
any instructional note?
is there any feedback you want from her after she does it?
No, just completed.
So yes or no?
Yep, yes or no.
Admin?
Mm-hmm.
so you know when you did that, could you assign this to different units? Say if it was like
Yes.
more than just okay, cool.
Yes. You'd have to copy the task.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. So different business units.
Yep.
It has to be a different task. Now, reviewable. Is someone going to check on it?
Yes.
Yes.
Who?
You.
Me.
You're going to check on it yourself?
Yeah.
So reviewable, and we'll make it active. Okay. Now, we'll go over and we'll assign it to you. To assign a task gets assigned to a title. So what's the, who would do this? If you gave that person a title in your business that did this, what would it be?
Virtual assistant.
VA.
VA.
So VA. Christine's VA? Or just VA?
Yeah, you'd have to say
VA.
your VA.
Yeah, Christine's VA.
Probably gonna have to rename.
Yeah, because I was going to say if we've got a few VAs, we have to name them their title and then their own.
Yeah, their own title.
Because who knows, we might
the manager,
have
you'll be
10
your
of
own
them.
manager on this. Make you your own assistant. Okay.
What software tool are we using? Ashutosh, we're using a system called RTMS, RTMS. It's actually you guys want to talk?
Yeah, it's a beta program that we're actually about to launch as a full live program in the next few months, and it's actually located at rtms.onapage.net.
Oh, we'll put that in the link. So it's a real-time task management system where you can actually track every person's activity and their productivity in your team. So we're in a team, we share some teammates as well, like we've got our assistants, and we want to be able to track their productivity.
Okay, so I've added her title in.
Yeah,
Christine's
I'll show
VA.
you what it looks like.
Does stuff for Christine, title manager, that's you of course. This is who's going to get the notification.
Once it's done. Yeah.
Also the notification of the review, so that person in charge of review.
Yes,
The assistant manager, not really used, it's more of a backup person that you can use to check on things.
Will my assistant get a notification to say that she's got to do that?
Do the
task?
yeah, oh yeah, she will.
Yeah, because once we set them up, then it will link to the title.
Okay.
So then whoever gets assigned the title will get a notification. that
I'm
they have to do
allocating
Click
this
an
to
email
you to start with.
notification, daily reminder of the tasks that are outstanding and the status of them.
Okay. So business unit, we've picked admin because that's where the task lives. And here we go, here's the task, client report draft.
It's a bit hard to see, but that's all right. We'll explain to you guys
Okay,
later.
so that title's added in.
Okay.
Now you've got your VA.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know her email address?
Yeah, I've got it. Let me pull it out.
Okay. And your VA's name?
Des, D-H-E-Z.
Yep.
What's her last name?
And how many did you say you could have in here? Like again?
5 on the free account.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll spell her last name. P-A-B-A-L-A-N. That's it. And her email is M for Mike, L for Lima, P for... Yeah, got it? Yeah. And then A-B, so her last name, Pabalan, at gmail.com.
Oops. I should have pressed
So,
on that.
M-L-T.
So just for people watching,
P-A-B-A.
we are adding in an assistant to our group or our team so that we can assign tasks to them.
So,
And
yeah,
they just mentioned that you can have 5 free people,
Christine's
5 people on a free account. And that what's
She will now get
the capacity when you for
I
the
can't
paid
show you
account?
much more because that'll actually
You could
run
probably
through.
put up to 200 into this.
Okay, so up to 2. Wow, yeah, okay.
On a paid account.
Yeah.
As we grow that business, we'll be able to scale that. further.
Yeah.
We haven't really aimed it at the really big businesses yet because we want to make sure that it works
Yep.
sufficiently
For their
well
target market
for
now.
medium businesses.
Yep.
So paid account being how much per month for a paid account?
$25 a month.
So if
That's
you're
5
saying
accounts.
that if an account, 5 accounts,
Yeah.
so if they have less than that,
That's the basics $25 a month
Uh-huh.
because that covers our costs for running the servers, the
Yep.
hosting, all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for 5 accounts, and then after that, for every account after that's $5 per account.
up to 200 people.
Well, there's no real limit. It depends where we scale the system up to.
Okay.
Like we haven't got it sitting over on the larger servers yet, so we haven't scaled it up to.
But at the moment, you're just doing it by need, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when the
that
need is.
200 is a caution thing because if we start to go beyond that and as we grow in size, we're going to need to have more server capability.
Yes.
Right.
That's so that we can ensure performance of the system. with server capability comes increased speed,
Okay.
and with increased speed comes the ability to handle a lot more accounts.
Okay, cool.
So at the moment, it'll handle thousands of people without any trouble at
Wow.
all.
Okay, cool. All right, so now we're set up with. Do you want to put your VA in or?
Jarell. Let's just do one because we're just going to do an overview of basic task, and then
Okay.
we'll have to set up like copy editor and stuff like that too.
So now that we've done that, we've got the task has been added in. So on the tasks tab.
See you later. Have a good day.
We've got the units, which we added first,
Yep.
so we knew where to put all the other bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And then we added the title, and we associated the task to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went back to the users, and we gave Des Christine's VA title. So obviously, the more titles you have in there, the more that will be available
Right.
in this list here,
Okay.
and that you can add into that onto their list of things.
Okay.
Now, if I actually just chuck yours in here, put your VA as your own, because we're logged underneath your account, if we go to options, we
Yeah.
go to profile,
Yeah.
then we have a look at your titles and tasks.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you associate a title with someone,
Mm-hmm.
the list or the procedure ends up in this page here. So they can actually print the whole entire page.
Okay.
Oh,
As
cool.
this is what you've got to do when you work for us. So it's really good if you're employing people or bringing people on board or something like that. You can
Yeah.
actually send them, this is what you'll be doing. This is
So
your...
you could set this, if you set this up first, like, and you're doing job descriptions and stuff, you
We
could
create
literally
job
just.
descriptions on the
Oh,
fly.
that's
Exactly that.
so cool.
So
I
happy.
would have told me when I was looking for an assistant.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That way there's no he said, she said when you're instructing someone
Exactly.
on what their tasks are, you send them a list of
And
them.
then the other thing would be, right, once you put these and your task list grow, you'd be able to identify like if you need somebody else because the position's pretty much been created through everything that you've done.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Once you work out that you've begun to overload someone, you
Yeah.
can look at whether you need another part-time assistant, and you can
Yeah.
take some tasks from their list and hand them to someone else.
Yeah.
And you can even change their manager. So if there are tasks that your VA is doing and it grows beyond her capability,
Yeah.
you can take some of those tasks and drop them on Christine's VA's
Yeah.
list and change their
Cool.
reporting
We
manager.
have people with
on the
different
fly.
skills,
Yep.
so
Yep.
that's really cool.
All right. Well, what was I going to say now? I was wondering, is this, like some businesses are already established. They have their systems. They already have everything set up. Is this still useful for them? Like, let's say a franchise company, right? A franchise company.
More than useful, particularly if you've got staff turnover issues. So retail particularly, staff turnover is somewhere in the vicinity of 7 to 8 months for every staff member. Now that's an average. So if you've got 20 staff members, you'll be seeing around 28 staff a year go through your business in fast-moving retail chains.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be able to give the task list onto those people and train them quickly. You can cut your training time from 6 weeks to maybe 5 or 6 days by handing them a ready-made task list of the things they've got to do with the steps broken down in it. That's what RTMS is about. That's
So
how
can I
powerful it
ask,
is.
like, for example, in that case, like a staff member would have their phone, because I want to know what this looks like in real life, like physical life. So let's say I'm a staff member for a retail chain and I have access to this. Does that mean that I'm on my phone ticking off tasks as I go?
It's not set up for the mobile phone just yet. It does work on the mobile phone, but I don't like the way the interface currently sits. And the whole purpose of this interface was to get the ball rolling.
Right.
And then we're going to move over to an actual native application for iOS and for Android.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you had your, how your alerts come up on the front page of your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just slide it
So you
across.
have a notification.
Yeah, notification comes up and you can just mark
But
it
that's
off.
crazy because you guys have an app company, so you guys have developed this yourselves.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's just a matter of getting traction.
Thank you. All right, awesome. So if you heard that, guys, the more this gets out, then the better it will, because then the sooner they'll make the app.
Yep.
Because I'd like the app. Thanks. All right. So let's go forward.
Okay. What's another task?
Okay. So another task is on the Monday I send out a report to my clients. So send client report Monday. Like that's very early in the morning.
Okay. You're going to need to type this one in.
Okay. So right now it's me
How's
that
Becky
does
going?
this.
Yes. I don't know how to check, but I can just move this.
Bring that over and
It'll tell you when it's
Yeah.
So here's another scenario. I
about
think
to die?
I'm like you're I don't know, like the most basic client ever. But right now I'm the one who does these. I'm the one who sends the client reports.
Yes.
I'd like to delegate that soon. So right now, it doesn't matter, just write the...
Yep.
Just pop you on charge so you don't
basics
die
Okay.
while we show you how to add another task.
Okay.
And I'll just go through what I was thinking when they were saying this is that for me, it's all about scale, because what I find is we're literally doing all these tasks now.
Maybe you should do...
What I've found is that for me, this is all about scale, because what we're doing is looking at the tasks that we currently do, but we've set ourselves up with some support networks so that someone else can do it. But really a process to be able to manage that, or a process to be able to track that, we haven't been using. So like Christina's saying, she does these things herself now. So she's going through identifying like what the steps are, what it is that she's doing, how she wants it reported. Now, even though she hasn't delegated this yet, just by the sheer fact of her doing it is making it able to offload. So I think that's a good thing about doing it in real time. Like I literally just hired an assistant last week. So I'm going to have to go through, and before I was thinking I'm going to have to write a manual, then I'm going to have to train her, then I'm going to have to hand it over. But if I use this and set this up, I just invite her in, and then she can see everything I've been doing, and then I can track if they're being done on time. And then as it evolves, it'll show maybe there's a skill gap, like I'm going to have to do something, they're going to have to do something. Maybe it's better suited to Christine or Christine's assistant. So I'm actually looking at this from a real-time scalability to think we could realistically get out of the stuff we don't want to do.
Yes, exactly. And this is the biggest thing about manuals. When you write a manual, it's a version. Version
It's
one,
an
version
evolutionary process.
Yes.
And generally they just stay in a cupboard. They don't ever
Agreed.
come out. Like
Yeah.
someone will learn it there and then, but they need to evolve with the business. And the way this works is obviously because it's in your face and you have to tick it off and it's always there. You
Yeah.
can then jump back in and modify the task as you go. So there's no version anymore.
Well, you'll figure
Yes.
out the
Active
inefficient
task.
things as you go along.
Yeah.
And if it's inefficient and you're repeating something that's useless, with this you can just take it out of the manual.
Yeah.
In a larger organisation, you start
gotta
with the manual.
reprint the
That's the way we
freaking-
do it here, and you get these entrenched sacred cows
Yeah.
where you're simply wasting time.
Because I worked at a uni and we used to do like a planning day every year, and that planning day would literally be a whole day workshop, which is the whole entire organisation. So it would be thousands and thousands of dollars. And we would go back and review what we'd done the year before, and then we'd also look at like new goals. Everyone had an assignment too, but if we were doing this, we could have just tracked it the whole time, and come the next year.
Well, with that annual
What
system,
happened?
what you'll do is you'll create what we're going to do for the next 12 months. And regardless of whether it's efficient or not, you'll do that thing for 12 months with the built-in inefficiency.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Yes.
If you
it's
can,
so
if you
true.
can get rid of that and evolve it along the way,
Yeah.
people are going to evolve it anyway. They'll work out what they need to do.
Exactly.
But you can make it official that
I'll
it's
ask you later
evolved
why.
on
Yes.
a daily basis.
Because that, you know,
Still
that
Okay.
planning
So
day
it doesn't
was
go away.
huge, and we had to get catering and all this kind of stuff. Everyone would have like a 6 month,
Because it's web-based.
you know, project to be able to
Oh.
track what they've been doing, what can do better.
Yep.
So you could do this every time. After a week of
think there's
doing one
anyone- I'll
task,
ask
you'd
you
be able to
later.
figure it out.
Well, here your catering is grab a coffee, work out whether your tasks are suited to your business that particular day.
Yeah,
You finish your coffee, you finish your tasks. It'll probably
Yeah.
take you 10 to 15 minutes to figure it out on the fly.
it's so exciting.
Paul kept on telling me, make sure you click the tick, make sure you click the tick. And I said, why? And then Paul was saying, because...
It's a web-based application. So if you lose internet connection and you try to save and it can't do a save because it's on the web, I don't know if you've used Google Docs and you've lost connection,
Yep.
you lose what you were typing
Or,
in until you click
Dropbox.
save. So, like I do recommend if you're going to do it, write it in Word or write it in Notepad or something like that, and then cut and paste in.
Yeah.
This might be an on-the-spot question, but I'll ask you anyway in case anyone's thinking it. Do you think that at any stage of the development of this software that there will be the possibility of it just auto-saving, similar like Gmail when you're writing
Absolutely.
something up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Right now, this is done. This is actually done. It's drafted. I want to say there's one final draft that's done on the Sunday, and then it's sent out on the Monday. So,
But is that really what you want to be doing though?
no, that's what I was going to say. That's something that I don't want to be doing because I don't want to check reports on a Sunday.
No, we'll just put it
Cut
in.
it out.
Cut it out.
What,
Change the
move that
process.
to a Friday?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like with social media, it's so real time that anything, and weekends are a hot day, like hot
Especially
days,
Sundays, yeah.
especially Sundays,
So
right?
do your reporting Tuesday, so you can
so I have time.
so you can
So you can review the
cover
stats
off
on
your
Monday.
operations on Monday.
Efficiency,
There you go.
boom.
Evolution on the fly.
Yeah.
Look at this
Like
YouTube
real
comment.
Hashtag evolution on the fly, says Hector. Okay.
Can I say something real time? I got a YouTube comment from one of my videos. Talk about hate comments. Your makeup is terrible. Thank
love
you.
opinions. You like
I love
ashtrays on
opinions.
motorbikes.
What have they got to say about my makeup? What's that about?
I didn't even wear makeup.
All right, so thank you for solving my problem. So now I will do this not on Mondays. Clients, watch out, your reports are coming on Tuesdays now.
going
So
into
Tuesdays, weekly. So that means I need to change my client meetings because they're in line with this. This is actually what's happening in my physical life as a result. Okay, so tick.
Yep.
Ooh.
So we've just saved you working on Sundays. Is that what you're saying?
Well, because my reporting...
Was that a win?
No, I mean, this only happened like the last 2 weeks.
Right.
Because I was like, Sundays though, Sundays lots of activity happens, but Mondays I like to get all the important meetings done.
Yep.
And so in my head, like logically, Mondays are my important day where so much stuff is delivered. But then, yeah, the pressure's on me because Sunday night I have to do stuff that I don't want to be doing.
But really, you've just like self-assessed and recalibrated based on what
But
the
you know
needs
what?
are.
Yeah, that's right. But the crazy thing is coming from a normal workplace where Monday is your day, that everyone does the meetings, and I'm trying to run my business like the normal
Like
standard.
everyone else's.
Yeah, like everyone else's. That's what my thought process was.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like, this is a discovery for
Yes.
me. Yes.
Remember that discovery session? It's happening.
It's happening right now. So now what do we say? What does
What feedback
type mean?
do you want from that session? What feedback is going to come back to you after it's sent back to you for review?
So they can send like, it's a comment, they can just tick yes or no,
Is it
or
just a
they
yes
have
or
to
no?
have it.
Well, I'm the one, once I delegate this to someone,
Yes.
you mean? I just want it to be yes.
Okay. So no. It's in admin again?
Oh, I want some notes actually, just
Okay,
to say
do
anything
text.
was updated.
No. Just
Okay.
click on the yes, no.
I'll
So you're
click
not
on the yes
you're
or
not
no.
eliciting feedback from your clients at that point?
Well, what actually happens after this is we have a meeting. So it's like a 15-minute
So there's your
check-in.
feedback session. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
do I
click
put that
text.
down as text then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And business unit. Admin.
Okay.
So we've had them before. Review, yes. 'Cause
What
you're
does
gonna
that
review
mean?
yourself. Reviewable means that
You can
the
review it.
manager is going to get a notification and they're going to get the task in their inbox.
Yeah.
Check that it was done properly. They'll be able to read the comments that's been added.
Yeah.
There's also, we'll show you shortly, you have to log into another account to do it though. It's got a chat area. You can chat about the task with the other
Oh,
person.
with Artemis.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you can have
So
a
you have to
discussion
keep
with the
track of
incumbent.
something.
So the manager can chat with the incumbent
Yeah.
about the completion of their task or the state of completion
Or
of
the
their tasks
or
on a
the
regular basis.
standard and stuff like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Task.
What does it mean active no?
Well, you can have tasks that are no longer used. You just turn it off and
So
it
that's
won't
fine.
actually be generating a to-do item in their list.
So that's
But
when
it'll
you
stay in the
move
system.
past
Yes.
that, and you're like, okay, we don't need to do that anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So type means feedback
Yep.
or not?
Type of task. It's a
Type
feedback.
of task.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've always debated about how we're going to word that.
I was thinking
State
feedback.
type, Yeah.
Yes, no,
Yeah,
or
feedback.
yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Feedback
feedback.
Copywriter.
Feedback type.
Yeah,
Feedback
I'd say feedback type.
Okay. Cool.
Because if it wasn't us doing this, what if it was like, what if it was an assistant or something doing this?
Yeah, they probably
Would they be
would.
like, type, I get it?
Yeah, unless they're trained on it, which they would be anyway,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Okay, cool. So where are we?
Hey,
What do we
John.
do now? Hey, John, are you enjoying our live system setup? All right, so what are we doing now?
Okay.
So now we've
got,
inputted that.
got your task in
So we've
there.
got a few tasks
We're
done.
going to allocate that to the title. Is that going to go your VA again? Or is that a
Not
different
yet.
one?
That's me right now.
Okay, so what title do you have?
Creative
Creative
director.
director.
Well, that was clear.
It's a good workshop we did.
Creative director. As it is.
I'll show you guys what it looks like.
You can put more descriptive descriptions in there.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Like, can I put my job
Description.
tasks in general? Like my
Yeah,
description?
yeah.
Yeah, for who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm always putting you as the assistant manager here. It's more of a token position at the moment.
Okay.
So, admin, okay, send client reports.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to get send client reports.
Mm-hmm.
Once I add you as a creative director. There we go.
Okay, cool.
So they're not going to see that for 24 hours.
Who's they?
Or you're not going to see it for 24 hours. tasks.
Okay.
That task, actually, you're not going to see it till Tuesday. Did you say Tuesday?
Into the task.
Oh,
tomorrow.
okay.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. So
All
the task
right.
will come up in you'll actually get an email tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it'll tell you that you've got tasks that need to be done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should give you a list of them, and you can log back into Artemis. And
Can you
set it
put
up.
time, like the time that it's due?
No,
Okay.
no, it's due by end of day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it can be done, but we haven't found a need for it yet.
Yeah.
But if
Okay.
there's a need there, then definitely so
Yeah.
that can get added to it.
Hmm.
Okay. More
Tasks.
tasks.
More tasks. Great. Hold on to
Keep
this
typing.
one.
It actually, you can just keep typing all the tasks in there.
All the tasks.
Yeah.
All right. There's quite
Did
a
you
lot.
want to, maybe while we're filming this, instead of doing more tasks, can you show us, like, I don't know, some of the reporting measures? I know we've only got two,
Yeah,
but
because
show
we've got
what
quite
this
a
would
long
actually
list
do.
of this. And also, I've got my
This is your
document.
homework.
Yeah, this would be, because our homework would be to actually set all these up.
Oh.
That'd be cool to see.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll jump into Robbie's login. So Robbie's my VA.
Okay.
This is her current list of tasks.
Okay.
So she does our social media
Oh, do you want to
marketing.
have a look?
Shall we show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Social media
Ready to
marketing.
see? This is Paul's virtual assistant's overview task.
So a review
Task
Facebook
overview.
page. I'm not going to mark these off because I'll let her do them.
Yeah.
But it's just got some basic
I
descriptions
like
there.
the way it shows.
Yeah, me too. It's very clean.
Forward specific questions through to Paul, Hector, and Daniel.
And you know how you said you can chat? Is that what the message is for, or is that the message that you
Wow. That's cool. When you do a message, will that show the time that it was logged or no?
Date stamp, time stamp.
Timestamp, yeah. Oh, yes, you do.
Perfect.
That's nice.
Now that'll go back to a manager, which is me. So if I log into mine,
Yeah.
if I go into this task,
Will you get notifications from messages?
yeah, I do.
Oh, how?
In email?
Actually, I've got to check with Daniel on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. I got one at 2:28 a.m. on Saturday morning.
What, through email?
That's right.
Through
because we
email.
put
That
it
would be
as
mine.
needed
Okay,
task.
there you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll be
yeah,
us.
that's us.
I was working until 3:30 this morning, so
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I was until 2.
Okay. Hey,
Okay, so
Sonia,
yeah,
you love
This
this?
is my basic one.
Do you have any questions, Sonia? While this is an awesome time to have actual direct access to these
Hey,
guys.
Sonia.
So feel free to drop in any questions that you have while we're doing this. What stage of your business are you? Let this down like that. Okay.
So I think
All right.
Robbie's up to date. Oh, she's got 2 in review.
And can we just go
Sonia.
back? You know when you had those,
Thanks.
the overall tasks were in red.
Yeah.
Is that just the colour of the business unit?
Yes.
Or okay, cool.
Oh, so
the
that's
big market.
not doesn't mean anything. It just means it's the business
Yeah,
unit
that's right.
itself. Okay.
Yeah. If it's overdue, it'll be in here, but it's not. Robbie's
Okay.
always up to date. These are in review, so I haven't checked these off for Robbie yet.
Yeah.
So they're a few days overdue.
Yeah. So you'll be checking that off.
Yeah, I'll probably do that later
Sonia
today.
says she needs this. She's at the beginning.
You sure do.
Cool. So check it out. Check out the setup. It's actually pretty easy.
Yeah, just jump in there and log in and
Mm-hmm.
set up an account.
Yep.
It's free for 30 days. So if you wanted to go in and have a look, that we'll pop a link in.
Yep.
And then see if you are right at the beginning. That's kind of where we're at now with
Yeah.
merging. So it's nice to be able to set it up and see how it works from the start.
Oh, sorry.
Don't have any bad habits. What did you
I pressed the button and it went straight to my lips. Yeah, because the thing is, like Storm and I, like we were saying earlier, we had sort of like systems before, but when they're not set up properly, the problem is you end up having to go backwards. Oh my God, it was such a pain in the ass to have to go back into all of the stuff that I'd done and then redo it. So right now, this is this is available right now.
This is it. Yeah, we're using it live to run our business right now.
What's the web address again so Sonia can hop on?
rtms.onapage.net. So rtms.onapage.net.
We'll put it in here.
Yeah, I'll jump on my phone and
Yeah,
I'll
so you
put
can
a
check it out.
comment.
Yeah.
But let's show what else is happening here. Thanks, Sonia, for my makeup comment. That's awesome. Okay, so where are we? We're now in tasks.
Okay, so this is my reviews. This is Robbie's reviews. You can see she's done a heap of tasks. This is the which one was
Does
the
she
report-
write done? She's the
Yeah,
one
she
who
does all
writes
that.
done.
So that's all the stuff she's.
So
marked
you
up as
obviously
done.
have that set up as a text instead of like yes or no? Okay.
That's right. So she goes through and she gives them a report at the end of each day of everything that she's gone through.
Okay, cool.
See?
Wow, I
so
love
the free
it.
PDF from our software house
Yeah,
website,
actually,
the script for
I got-
Wednesday's webinar.
Yeah,
You got
I
that?
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one that we were meant to do?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sorry, gave you weekend
Some
homework. It's
homework.
never fun. Okay, now if I
What's
log out of Robbie's accounts. Actually, I'll show you just quickly the...
Would you normally have access to your teammates' accounts?
I had to log in on Robbie's login.
Oh,
Normally
okay.
I don't have full access. I've only got limited access.
Yeah.
It's something we're debating actually.
Because I was thinking, like, imagine I worked for a company and we did have 200 staff. Like, should I have access to everyone else in the entire
Wouldn't
team?
it depend about who you're reporting to?
For audit purposes,
For auditing.
you should have overview, but not
Yeah.
the ability to change it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, cool.
So this is Robbie's profile, and it's her tasks and titles.
Okay.
So we've got Paul's VA. She's only got one. She's got to report to me actually every day. She's got to write down what she's done every day and send me through a report. She does that via here. Then the social media side of it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tasks that she undertakes for me there. So that's basically your job description. Well, that's her job description. Now, if we just log out, I'll show you what my login looks like, because I'm the manager, so I get all the reports.
Okay. Oh, so does Robbie see any reports or no?
No, she doesn't get to see any reports.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, obviously, I've got my overdue tasks here that I haven't done for Robbie yet. Should probably just jump in and mark those off. So complete that task. So no, she did it. And this one had a comment, I think. No, didn't have a comment, that one. So they're completed. They're out of the way. Now, if I have a look at reporting.
Is that the on a page?
RTMS.onapage, ONAPAGE.
On a page.
.net.
Okay, so here's the reports.
Wow.
So red is marketing.
Marketing. Did you colour code that yourself? Oh no, that's based on the unit colours that we did earlier.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, oh, sort of. Anyway,
Okay.
we did pick those out, so we can
Okay.
turn off different ones. So we can have a look and see.
Wow.
Robbie's been really steady on tasks lately.
Yep.
So when we first took it up, she was a little bit scratchy on it, but now she's getting
100%.
a really good 100%. And obviously got
Wow.
weekend gaps there and long weekends and things like that, so that's looking pretty good.
Okay, cool.
So overall, over the last quarter,
Yep.
so you can see here, we've got some really good stats coming through.
So this is what we're actually talking about, real-time task management
Yep.
and like
This is
check
key performance
productivity.
indicators visible in real time.
In real time.
Yeah,
Guys,
so these are
that's
customisable
powerful.
too. So if you want to have like a report done up for sales,
Yes,
we actually
yes.
do customised reports. So you can have your sales team plugging in figures, number of cold contacts, number of leads you're getting off those contacts,
Okay.
number of
Conversion rates.
And
rates
is that
things
done
like that.
in this, or just like their own tools can plug back into this and track
We're
it?
doing that ourselves at the moment.
Yeah.
We're actually customising that for clients. As we build up a suite of reports, it's going to make it a lot easier for people then to pick out, what they want on their dashboard, so they can
Cool.
check
All
out what's
right,
coming up there.
awesome.
So basically, as a need grows and like as you identify different things, it will grow too.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah.
basically grow with your business.
That's right.
Okay.
So it's been a few years in the development and in the growing, but obviously the more people you put into something that
Yeah.
changes,
The
becomes
more things you find it needs to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And we try not to go ridiculous with having it being, the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of really great applications out there,
Yeah.
like Xero and Asana and things like that. And we
Yeah.
don't want to compete with them, but we
Okay.
want to fit that hole where things aren't getting, tracked and managed properly. So we're trying to plug that hole to make it easier for businesses to be
Yeah.
able to grow.
Yeah.
It's all very well to have an accounting system, but if you choose not to, or you don't have a prompt to go and actually do your accounting,
That's me.
you end up with a situation like one of our clients. When I looked at her accounting, she had 1,700 unreconciled items on her bank
Yeah.
statement.
Oh, okay.
That hurts, having
Yeah.
to fix that up. She's down to about 200 now because I've been
Yeah.
pushing her.
Because not just, especially when you're a small business and you get all these like cool toys, get all these cool tools because you think, oh, it's better because then I can operate on my own. You get
You become a
Xero
slave
and you
to
get
the tools.
yeah, exactly. And then not even that, you think, oh, it's doing its work, but then you forget that you actually have to do things
Yeah.
in there to
Yeah.
make it work. Because I looked in like one of mine, I've got like 7,000. It got rolled back because I'm going into a new system, but still, just that overwhelm of looking at it, like, yeah, I'll do it. Never.
Oh, can I tell you what I do? Oh my God, don't kill me. I get notifications about tasks that need to be done and then I delete the email because I'm like,
I set up.
I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure we're not the only ones in the world.
I set
who
up
do
a
that.
folder
The
that's got
alternative is I
a
know someone
subject.
with 8,500 unread emails in their inbox.
Oh.
But what I mean, because
Why?
look, because okay, so now you've got this thing, right? Because do you you guys tell us, do you actually check these emails that remind you all this stuff?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll take time to check them. You have to. If you don't stay on top of things, they get out of control.
So that's habitual.
Yes.
You've changed your habits. So it looks like we need to change our habits.
But
Because now we're going to get, first of all, we're going to get notifications from Asana, but now we're also going to get notifications from here. So then how do we manage, like, how do you guys, you're very organised, how do you guys organise that?
You just
How
be
do you guys-
disciplined.
I was going to say, realistically, we're creative, so we're very messy.
Oh no. See, Sonia is with us. She's the same.
Yeah.
But you need
Maybe
Okay,
you would
it is
integrate
important.
this in your
Don't let
training
the
and your
snowball get
workshop.
too big, because
That's
if
true,
it gets too big for you to manage, it will continue to attract more snow. You will never get on top of it.
Yeah.
So you've got to take a point at some point along the way, draw a line in the sand, and say, from now on, I have to look after this
Yeah.
so that I can keep track of it.
But
Okay,
if
here's
Most
an
people do
important-
that after tax time.
Get
Yeah,
a
well,
VA.
yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
Get a
my
VA.
VA,
Get a
I
VA.
have a VA, but the tasks still come to me because I'm the one delegate. So I was thinking,
Well, they obviously don't need to be done if you're not ticking them off as done.
well,
should we
I
call
do.
this systemized automate delegate?
No,
like
I mean,
that. I like
write that down.
Yeah.
But the
Sad.
thing is,
That
like,
is so sad.
do you know what? I think you guys. No, what I think you guys might actually like. This is a big problem for small business owners growing into the next phase because you are stepping out of the business operator into the business owner mode, and you're not used to it. Like I'm not even used to.
You have
even,
to learn to let go.
Yeah.
Can you guys teach that?
Yes.
Can you actually include
Yes.
that in your workshop?
Yes, we can.
Like how? Because I understand the concept. I want to know what my actual day will look like when I actually prioritize. Do you know what I mean? I want to know
this
what
is
my
what it
actions
looks
are
like.
going to be.
And Hector does it. He calls it the nerd herders. You are in charge of herding the crowd. Okay, the crowd is your people. The crowd is your subcontractors, your employees, your VAs. You're in charge of herding them. You're pushing them in the right direction, and
Yeah.
you're keeping them all nicely in
Yeah.
a flock and
okay.
working and going in the right way.
Uh-huh.
You are not in the flock.
Okay.
You are not there, doing the day-to-day tasks.
This is the transition from task owner to manager.
And can I
Yeah.
just put in there, like, this is the conversation.
See, Sonia says that's her too, and I bet you the more people that see this, the more they're going to say, "Look, all these tools are nice and well, but if it's only going to crowd my inbox, then that's the thing that's going to stop people."
You shouldn't be getting them into your inbox. You should,
Oh.
Someone
What,
else should
again?
be. Okay, as
Oh.
a business owner, you want to be running the business.
Yeah.
Okay. If you look at the three roles that the E-Myth book talks about, it talks about the manager.
Okay.
They cross the T's and dot the I's. They do the accounts. They make sure the money's coming in. Bills are getting paid. You've got the technician. They do the work. They're the ones that sit there and grind away and make sure things are getting done. Then you've got the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur has the vision for the future. The entrepreneur is the one that inspires and encourages everybody else in their organisation, the managers who look after the technicians, to go in the right direction.
Yep.
So as the entrepreneur or as the head of your business, you are setting the mood, basically.
Okay.
You're setting the direction.
All right.
You're
And
the
you're setting
dream
the
and the
pace.
vision and the pace.
Okay. Another question.
You're not doing the work.
But
And ideally, you're not doing the managing either.
So I'm understanding the concept again, but then what do I?
Can I? So this is actually the conversation that we've already had. So the conversation was, as things have been going on, like I've been super overwhelmed because of how do I actually do this? Like, how do you scale? How do
Thank
you grow? And what we've been doing is Christine's very organised. So, well, she is, like, I guess now being learnt, she's very organised and she understands structures. So I had this huge moment of overwhelm, and then she literally sent me back a task list that she'd done in Asana, but she sent it back saying, like, okay, literally there's 3 jobs for you to do. So out of all of our meetings, out of everything that happened, I only had 3 tasks. So this is kind of that for you.
Because like I'm understanding it, but it's like where's the bridge in the gap, right?
But this is supposed to be, and like for me, I can see it because the overwhelm for me is like, oh, once they're all set out, it's literally like these are the things that I have to do. And I think it's because you're thinking about, okay, I'm going to get these notifications, it's going to do this.
Yeah.
But realistically, we're setting this up because you want to work smart, not hard.
Yep.
We're trying to set this up so we can work smarter and do the things we need to do while other people are doing what they're supposed to do.
So I'll just confirm my understanding. So ultimately, by the end of this, I'm not the one receiving notifications. It's just me learning how to do it so that by the time my business grows, I actually get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then for me, it's just going to be about shifting how my day looks. So I'll be attending the meetings, and then there will be another manager who will actually be overseeing all of this. Got it.
And it doesn't. You don't actually need the manpower to be able to do that. Like, the whole point in doing this, like especially for me, because I've just hired someone. Now that's only one person, and I have an editor who I use like sporadically. But those two people, if I go through my business now and figure out how I actually run, they're going to be doing the things. It's not my responsibility to look after that.
Yes.
It's just my responsibility to make sure I'm tracking,
Yes.
is this efficient, you know, and then I'm being the entrepreneur, I'm being the business owner and doing the ideas and thinking of what's meant to happen. But inside, you do both.
Yeah. So right now, can I confirm, as we're setting this up, and this is going to be great, I will get notifications, but it's still me doing it. It's just me in the practice of doing my own stuff until the business is ready to grow, and then we can get someone else.
Well, you already have someone.
Business is ready to grow. This is the mistake people make. They think they have to go from a small, medium, and large. No, you can be you're a large business.
Yeah.
It's just you haven't put it into systems yet. As soon as you've got it documented, you'll go from small to large. There's no in between.
Because even just think about the way, like, we've set up our folders, for example, without this. Marketing, sales, accounts, admin. We don't have 5-6 departments. We don't have like 100 people working for us. But we need to separate and segment our business like you would an actual company, so that as it goes through, it's organised like a company, and there's going to come a day where it will be a company.
Sonia says
You're
that's
still
a bit
thinking
scary.
of the 20th century. We don't have 100 people working for us.
That's true.
Agile businesses don't anymore.
Yeah, they're flexible.
They have a few people working for them, and they can take on a massive amount of work and then job it out to people who don't necessarily work for them. They work alongside them as subcontractors or as associates or as collaborators. And this allows you to manage those associates, outside contractors, collaborators much more efficiently than trying to put them under one roof and provide tea and coffee and toilet paper and all the stuff that goes with a brand X business.
If we set
Patrick
this up...
asked a question.
Oh yeah, sorry, go.
Patrick asked, what is most valuable to delegate? Ideally, you want to delegate everything. But in the beginning, you use the 80-20 rule. So you only delegate 20% of the activities that give you 80% of the results.
That's
or that are
good.
80% efficient.
Only delegate 20%.
Yep.
So actually, it's required that you hold on at the beginning.
Well, a lot of those smaller things don't happen enough for you to then outsource to someone.
Repeat that again?
A lot of the smaller tasks that you do, they don't happen frequently enough for you to outsource to someone. They might only happen every now and again.
Yeah.
So if you're only doing it once, maybe twice a week, and it's taking you 1 or 2 minutes to do
Why
it.
would
That's
you
right.
pay
If there's something you do 100 times a week, delegate it to someone else.
Right.
If there's something you do 10 times a week, hang on to it until you've got 40 or 50 iterations of that to have to. Then it's time to delegate it to someone else.
And then what Artemis does is that in real time. I'm not sure if you saw the reporting. Could you
bring up the recording again? Oh my gosh, my mind is being blown right now.
Yeah, I just...
But because you never know, actually. You never know when the next phase is for your business. You just feel pain. That's all it is.
You make a decision to move.
Yes.
That's what the next phase is.
So are you saying that this is relevant to all businesses?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Even one-man band people?
It'd be the best for that, because then once it's all set up, you could subcontract a job that's done, like just one task.
Exactly.
Or,
Perfect for one-man band.
yeah.
Perfect for one-man band.
It reminds you on Thursday you have to do your reports, and it reminds you on Monday that you have to complete them and send them to people on
It
Tuesday.
reminds you to do your accounting, because it's giving support of all those departments and all those tasks.
All right.
But you have a system that's supporting you to do it, that's reminding you to do it, that's stepped out what to do. Because imagine if we were like this when we started, and then, when we were a small business, when we were doing our work, imagine like, okay, I'm doing my copy, I don't really think about anything else, I don't know anything about business, and then I get a notification saying, Storm, it's time to do accounts.
Oh.
All right, I'll just pop into Xero and do my accounting.
Yes.
Yep.
Which I've never done, but
Now she's going to do it because it's on Artemis and she's going to have to tick some boxes. Okay, cool. All right, so let me show you guys a reporting, because this is really important.
I wanted to show this because what they were saying about the 2080 rule makes sense. If you're like, imagine if you look at a task and whatever the department is, you can see that you're spending like, if you're spending all this time doing your admin, for example, and that's taking you up like 6, 7, 10 hours a week, well then you're like, okay, well I need admin to keep my business running. I could probably afford to hire someone for just 10 hours or even cut that back if it was systemized to take that out. And then you would free up that time to be doing other stuff. Like,
hey, I have a question.
Pitch or close.
Okay, how do I integrate training in here? So, you go 80, 20%, right?
Yep.
I'm ready to go 80, 50%. Oh no, what, 130%? I'm obviously not a math person.
That's very efficient. Okay. How do you integrate
You go
training?
50,
We're not maths.
I was going to go 50, 30. What the hell? I'm so sorry. I'm a creative mind, okay?
With training, it's a really good one.
Okay, so
Can
I want to go,
The
I
most
want to
basic one,
Yeah.
record it on video.
Like this.
Record it on video.
Ah.
Sit down. Get OBS on
Yeah.
Open Broadcast
What do you
System.
mean?
I was just
Record your screen and record yourself doing the process and talking through it on your webcam. Record it,
'Cause
put it on YouTube and link it into
we've
the task.
been like doing this like our onboarding. So we have this idea to pretty much, which we're doing now, to document everything we do,
Yeah.
and then just edit it into like the tasks of our business, and then put that in our link it.
Say it again?
Okay, so we've been talking about an idea where we're literally just going to film everything we do because we've just started as a merge, which
Yep.
is kind of why we're recording this.
Yep.
And then we'll go back and edit out the parts where we're actually working.
Yep.
And then that will form what the task is, essentially.
Yep.
And we've talked about like screen captures and stuff like that. And we've got a little system in our task that we were like, oh, we'll add a video here. This would
Yep.
make more sense.
Yep.
So realistically, we would just be
Alright.
able to integrate that.
But the reason I ask this as well is because even writing something for my VA to do, I didn't really know, like, I'm with Patrick because I'm like, I didn't know what of all of these things can I do? And I know you said there's things that you will find are on repeat. Then you find that it's on repeat. So you're doing all this work and then you're like, hang on, it's on repeat. I really want to delegate it to someone. Now I've got to make a video and now I've got to do more things. So is that just to suck it up and just do it and work extra hours until you've got that training?
Making a video may be beyond the technical capability of a lot of people. If that's the case, just do written tasks.
Okay.
And when they mess it up, be patient enough to rewrite the tasks in
Yeah,
others.
okay, that's very
Doing a video
similar.
is not necessarily essential. It's a nice thing to do. It's like those need to do, have to do,
yeah.
but have someone else do it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice if you did it? Making the video is nice. Need to do is get the task off your plate and onto someone else's so that you can become more efficient at
Okay.
the core
Yeah.
things in your business.
And can I say we don't actually even do this anyway? This is where I feel like people get confused because for me, I haven't even set up like say my manual or SOPs, or I do things on the fly as I need to, but I don't think as small business owners we even think that we have to. Like you think, oh, it's just me, why would I create this?
Yeah, that's
you
right.
just do
Yeah,
this.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be nice to do things, but you
Yeah.
don't have time to do them.
But it is still essential. Like it doesn't
It
really
is.
matter where you are at a business, even if you're not hiring anyone.
Well, this brings me to another point too. What is your exit plan? Like, you're in
Well,
business.
Does anyone here tell me, do you have an exit plan? Because if you're anything like me, small business, I started off by myself, now I've got a VA, now Storm and I are working together, Storm has a VA, right? So what I guess my question really is at some point in the growth of my business, do I just have to sort of suck it up so that I can make training material? Because I knew that I wanted to grow, but that's not what was on the forefront of my mind when I started my business. So for you guys, right, you want to train more, but who's going to do that? Like, who's going to create your training documents and even like your dot points? Like for any small business who's literally operating off a list and they go, I'm ready to hire a VA. Does that just
But
mean
I don't
you
think it
work?
has- it's
Get
not
your
really-
VA to document as they learn.
Yeah.
Document as they learn.
Yes.
So you mean, okay, so
They
here
will
I
write
am.
their own tasks.
I'll give you an example.
You give them a verbal, this is what I want you to do, go
Yeah.
and learn it, and write down in dot points in Artemis. As you
Okay.
create
Well,
the
can I
tasks
can
for
I give you a
yourself.
context? So Fridays I have my VA. We sit down for 3 hours, and then I because I learned how to use Asana, I started putting things in there and to say these are the topics. And as we do the topics, she's actually learning. So then what, is she the one to, because she doesn't know the processes, I'll say like this, like we're going to learn how to do reporting for clients. So step one is she doesn't have I've got a template draft, and I'll say, okay, this is the draft that we need to fill in. So I fill this in. Can you do it for this client? And I'll walk her through, right? And then I'll say, okay, now this is going to go into Dropbox. So I'm the one telling her how to do that. Mind you, she's not a native English speaker. So to have her write this manual as we go, or based on her understanding, like that's my physical life. So when we're talking about this in a concept, how do I translate the concept to my physical life?
But can I go one step back and say, I feel like, so we're talking about having employees, right? But what it's made me think of is that small businesses think small. We don't do this even when we don't have employees. We don't actually map out how we're running our business. We don't think of, because I went from freelancer to small business. So freelancing is literally just contract to contract. You don't think about things as a business. You don't think about accounts. You don't think about marketing.
You're basically an employee that pays their own super.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I think that the mindset and their transition from freelance to small business was that okay, I need a way to track my invoices. I need a way to track this. I need a way to track that. Not that I knew how to, but I understood the concepts. But I think if we go back to even what Hector was saying about, it's actually perfect for small business because you're learning how to run a business, and you naturally should document that, because if you're going to run a proper business, you need to have that in place to support it, not even for employees, but for yourself.
Well, why are you learning to run a small business? What's the end goal?
There you go. I
and
guess that's
the end goal
really.
here is to sell your business as a going concern, and do something else in your life with the money that you derive from that. So if you sell your business for $100,000, what do you do with that $100,000? If you don't have a plan for that, early in the development stages of your business, you're just buying yourself a job.
So realistically, the question is,
why are you doing it?
Yes. So then it's about end goal.
Guys, I'm not too sure if we're frozen, so I'm going to...
We've had a fair...
Okay, that's fine.
All right, so by the sounds of things, just to sort of bring everything together, it sounds like, yes, this is a system and there's going to be a lot of things happening, but a lot of it is also mindset of where you're actually trying to go.
Goal setting, all of this goes down to why are you in business in the first place?
Yeah.
How can you do it more efficiently? If you do it more efficiently, how does that affect your end goal? Does it increase your profitability? Does it increase the sale value of your business? If you can systemize the things in your business that don't need your physical input, your individual input, but can be done by someone else, can you then sell those tasks with that person to the new owner? That's why you're doing this. That's why you're systemizing your business. It doesn't need you as the owner. It needs the people who know how to do the tasks and define the tasks. And you can make them redundant by being able to hand the tasks on to someone else and have them understand it.
And you've said this before about your why. It's really about having that time, right?
Yeah.
Because
making the time, or
having that time. You start. Think about all the hours that we worked in beginning. I work so many for free too. Weeks, and 3 a.m., 5:30 a.m. All of this for nothing really. And then now that I'm thinking I think, I
just love it when other people come to the revelation that we've found through hard work.
What?
That's why you got to be around the smarter people than you.
Yeah, that's right. The thing is, you're right. You don't really think unless we hear this, and we kind of go where was I trying to go? Actually, as a small business owner or freelancer to small business owner, it's almost like you lose that. You don't even think about that.
No,
you don't even think about that.
Sight of the goal.
It's
so easy to lose sight of your goal. It's not funny.
And I actually had this conversation.
Why is the goal there in the first place?
If you don't set some sort of, I suppose, dream, goal, vision, or something outside of your work, you'll end up dying in it, basically.
Yeah.
You'll stay there until you roll over.
But you know what? I think
you have a nervous breakdown.
Well, the thing was before I met you guys, I was kind of just I didn't know that I needed systems, because I don't even know what systems means until I started to realize that I was overworked. That was the translation of I need a system, because to me, in my world, in my head, I don't know what a system is, but I just didn't like the way that I was working. No. And so because I didn't have that train of thought of where my goals were and whatever, but now that it's clear, I can see that this is very relevant to everyone. Anyone who's making money outside of a corporation or outside of employment, so in self-employment, then this is necessary. I almost recommend that you start off with this mindset that if you're going to go off on your own, like what is the point? Like what is your end goal?
I actually had a guy that I was a partnership in business with something 20 years ago now, and we set up a small business which was selling coupons for businesses. And the first thing he said is, have an exit plan, have a final date and time when we sell the business and we get out of it. So when we started it, we knew that we were going to get out of it. So we had a time period. And Hector and I, even now, in Software House, we have a set time period where we're going to set up, we're going to grow, and then we're going to either sell.
And we've got to go like hell and make it as big as we can before that cut-off date.
So what are you saying for us too? That we're processing our merge.
Set a date for when you sell out or when you roll into a bigger business or whatever it's going to be. But set a date and have an end goal that makes all of this so relevant.
Yep.
Makes it so relevant.
All right, let's go.
Business is a game, okay? Business is a game. If you went onto a football field or a netball court or a tennis court and you were told, just play tennis, well, how do we know when we've won or lost? Oh, don't worry about that. We'll get to that. 5 years later, you're still hitting the ball back and forwards. Nothing's changed. There's no score kept. You have no idea whether you've won the game or lost the game.
That's it. Hey, Melinda's asking, she said, is this recorded? You just came across and realised that this is really relevant to you. It is. You'll be able to play it back because we'll be posting it live. So, yeah. So we'll but watch on. Let's go back into the system that you were showing us so that we can sort of bring everything together.
Relate it back
together. All right.
Let's jump back off again.
That was awesome.
We'll probably wrap up soon anyway.
We'll probably wrap up soon. So this is reporting.
Yes.
Storm and I didn't think that we needed kinds of systems before, but then we had met Hector and Paul from the Software House, and they started opening our minds. And this was like a few weeks ago, and for the longest time I didn't think it was about me, for me, because I was small business. I'm freelancers. Yeah. And now we're seeing systems, so we're up to the reporting.
So reporting, we've got obviously a breakdown of the different units. We'll just jump back over to the business units.
Okay.
So we've got units here.
Units is like the departments of our business.
So we keep executive because we actually, Hector and Daniel and I, are the executives. So we obviously have processes we run there. We've got financing, human resources, obviously managing people's, our marketing, office, keeping the office running, production and support. Because we run servers and hosting, things like that, we actually have support tasks as well.
How many people do you have in your team at the moment? Given this setup, like seeing this.
I've got 9.
9?
And me and Daniel, and then there's another 4 now, so 6. Okay, so that's 15.
So this is, I guess, what I wanted to do was translate what all of this looks like in terms of humans.
That's not true. One of our subcontractors says about 15 working for him.
Oh, okay.
Is he in this system with you guys?
Yeah. No, he's not using ours. No.
He hasn't got an account here, but he reports to one of the people with an account.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our managers run the tasks systems, so they've got their own things they check on there. We haven't expanded it out yet.
All right, cool. All right, so that's your setup.
So here's our basic tasks that we've got set up so far.
Do you mind showing us like one of them, just to have a look at how simple a task might look?
Okay, we run meetups.
Yep.
Okay, this is probably not the simplest one.
Okay.
So we've got a series of meetup tasks here. So we send contact details of door prize winners to respective people.
So it's literally like micro details.
Yep.
Can I have a look at something? Record the emails in the response field. Okay.
Oops, terrible spelling there.
What about this? I like that. Can you show us the next one where it says invite 10? Oh, that's good, because that's a very basic task, and you wouldn't think to write it down as a task, but you've actually segmented task. Invite 10 members. So like it's quantified. Yep. You tell them dot by dot what they're doing. Oh, hey, Robbie. Robbie's online. Record who you called out. All right, cool. Yep. So it's really that detailed.
Yep. So we've got our coders. End of each day, check the work diary of each of the coders. Also check hours are logged into the manager software house system. What else have we got?
Okay.
I'll follow leads, first contact of warm leads, log into Entreport, bring up warm leads list, send half-day workshop invite email to respective city that they're in, follow up replies from contacts from warm leads. So again, we log into Entreport, bring up warm leads.
Could I ask one thing? You know how you've got the feedback in one of the one of the columns where it's like they say yes, no, or notes? Is that what actually gets reflected in the report?
The report those reports that we're looking at just then, they are just on the number of tasks that are in that business unit and how many of them have gotten done. There are other reports which will show the numbers. Like if you're going to put numbers in there, so you're going to record, say, number of sales made, there's another report, we haven't shown that yet.
And that's just going to be like the actual action of the person is that they have to tick it off or they have to say yes?
It has to be marked off as done. So if it's not getting marked off as done, it won't get done there. Even if it's not goes into review and doesn't get marked off as done, so the review person hasn't checked it off, it still won't go in there. So by seeing that they're all hitting at the 100% mark, means that all those tasks for that day have both been checked as done by the subordinate and then also reviewed and checked as completed by the manager.
Okay, great.
Can you, before we wrap up, because I know that we only have, it's soon, it's 12.
Yep. Oh, is it?
Yeah. Can you show how it integrates? Or
it doesn't really do a direct integration.
Okay.
Now, the hyperlinking is the most direct integration we're doing at the moment.
Yep.
We do integrations with Xero, and as far as invoicing and accounting things go like that.
Okay.
But we haven't got those integrated in any of these systems as yet. They're sitting as one of our other systems, but again, we haven't had a need for it.
Yeah.
So, just asking now, at what stage are we of the setup of Artemis for us? Like, how much homework are we going to have, and then how long is it going to take between?
So we basically just need to go through the worksheet and set up all of our tasks and structures, which is kind of what we're doing now.
Yep, okay.
And then out of those tasks that you've got there, you're going to put in around about 20% of them. And
20%,
they're going to be your
20%.
big time spenders, the ones that you spend the most time in.
Yes.
The administration that
Which
spends
is like
the most
the
time.
templates, the emails, stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't know, I always spit that, but
Yes.
I'm just talking to myself.
Yeah. But then, in that same sense of talking about that, you need to think about your next step when you scale up to the next level. If you start taking on 10 times the clients that you've got now, what needs to be in place for you to handle that?
Is there going to be another worksheet for us to complete there, or
we haven't done that worksheet yet.
Okay. But is that where it's meant to go?
Yes.
Okay, so as our business is ready to grow, we're going to have more stuff that we want to put into the system. But we do that as we go.
Yes.
So Christina and I are like literally real-time case studies of what this will do.
Yes.
And we'll record. We might even we'll decide maybe a vlog or a diary or something to go
let's
through.
do a video diary.
Yeah, and we'll record what we're doing, how we're setting it up, what it's helped us do, and things like that. Because I think this would be really interesting there's a lot of and we're quite new in business. We're very new.
Very new. But what just happened is that our businesses grew fast. Because they just grew fast and we didn't realize what was happening. We didn't identify the problems. We just felt like we were working a lot. Is that what it felt like?
Yeah, and then you realize you're doing so much for so little that what can you do better? I guess fail hard, fail better, do better next time.
That's it. So what we'll do, we'll document this by video so that I'm sure because a lot of people will be able to relate to this and it's actually helping us madly. So what will we say? We're going to wrap this up right now. If you guys want to check out the system that we just talked about today, even just have a play around with it, sign up, have a play. It's free. The link is, we're going to reiterate the link in the comment section now. Have a play around with it. Have a play around setting up a task. Set up one task, even if it's just your own. Identify a task that you do over and over and over and over again and set that task up. And then just so that you can get a feeling of what this software is really all about.
And what would be really useful is if people can put in some comments about, once you've realised, what we're doing and I guess why we think we need this or why we do need this, let us know what problems that you're having, what you'd like it to solve. If you have a play around with it, send feedback. Is that a video for it?
That is a video for it.
Oh yeah, we'll put the video link in here. It's a YouTube video. But the other thing I wanted to say is that if you have any questions, pop them in this comment section because normally it's actually, direct access to these guys here is it's not very easy because they're quite busy and it took us a long time to organize this meeting, and one of the things that we're really grateful for is that it is recorded and that they're cool with that, because a lot of people do ask singular questions, and if they're coming from so many different directions, it's hard to keep track. So if you have any questions, pop them in this particular video.
Feel free to ask them. We'll put them into an FAQ. If you've got a unique question, it'll be in the FAQ. Then anyone who asks that question in the future, we'll direct them to the FAQ rather than answering it individually.
The purpose of this whole documentation is to help everyone grow. It's not just us. So is that it? Shall we wrap it up?
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you next time. Bye.